Coach, what do you see in your tight end group? You got a couple of new talented guys on the roster this year that fans are anxious to see.
Yeah, acquired some good talent from the portal, and Dorian Thomas and Rico Walker. Right, got a young guy in Ty Mane who's coming in from Hawaii. He's just flashing a lot, and really proud of the way he's progressing. The group is interesting. They're making a lot of plays. They're adjusting. They're adapting to the new system we're bringing, and it's been pretty awesome.
How big a role will the tight ends play in the passing offense this year?
I think the more plays they make, the more they'll be incorporated into the system for sure. It's definitely a player-driven system. Coach Somerville does a great job of incorporating everybody in the system, and the more plays you make, the more opportunities you have.
How do you kind of see Mason and his leadership take shape as he kind of makes his return to play and helping the tight ends acclimate to what it takes to succeed here?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, Mason was a starter here last year. He's kind of been out with his injury, but he's returning to play right now, and it's been awesome to hear Mason out there talking to the guys, and I got to see him do a little bit on the field, which is great. No contact yet, but he's been doing well, progressing, and his voice is definitely felt on the team.
Do you expect him to play on Saturday or no?
No, definitely not.
If I'm not mistaken, you were a strength and conditioning intern here in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I was here about 10 years ago.
What was that experience like, and I guess is there any full circle elements to your tenure now as a position coach?
Yeah, for sure. At the time, I was looking to become a strength coach, and then transitioned over to football, coming back here. The Bay Area is home, and so to come back to a place that where I started my career has been pretty awesome, and definitely a full circle moment that I don't take for granted.
How would you describe the environment with the coaching staff under Coach Tosh?
Awesome, real. It's real family oriented for sure. It's a brotherhood in there. We love to have fun, but we also we love to compete in everything we do. It's a new group, so we've adjusted well to each other. Guys are coming from different backgrounds. Obviously, there's a lot of familiarity with the guys coming from Oregon. Me being with Tosh for the last 4 years, and then adjusting to the new guys that have been there. Jordan, I've got a chance to work with him before at Oregon before he went off to Tampa Bay. Just a lot of familiarity with the guys, and adjusting to the new guys have been great.
Do you and the staff have some type of a sense of what this team can do in the ACC this season, or is it still too early to tell?
I think it's still too early to tell. We've put a lot on these guys in terms of material, in terms of content. We've installed almost every single day, and with that, comes a lot of adjusting for the guys. Right? We're trying to put a lot on them now, see how they react to adversity. But it's been pleasant. It's been pleasant to see the guys adapting to it and going out there every day and practicing their asses off.
How would you describe Dorian Thomas?
Dorian is he's a kid from Seattle. He's definitely a guy that I would say is very coachable. He's a guy that wants to play hard. He's a playmaker when he gets the ball in his hands. And he's a guy that we'll be looking for in terms of leadership in the room. He's one of the older heads in the room.
Anything in particular that he does best?
I would say right now Dorian has really good route running skills, and we're trying to develop his run game, which he is going to be really good at that too.
How do you and Coach Stefan complement each other and trying to be the best version of the tight end in the house?
Yeah, so obviously Safel had a great opportunity to keep him on staff and stay here. Really, we're kind of spearheading this thing together, right? I lean on him, he leans on me. We both want this room to be successful, and ultimately we want Cal to be successful, and no one has an ego. We kind of attack this thing together, and we own this thing as a team.
In your time at Oregon and Auburn, you've coached a lot of NFL, really talented tight ends. What makes this group really unique and made you want to come over and coach them?
Really getting to be a part of the staff that Tosh put together has been the biggest thing for me. Spending the last 4 years at Oregon has prepared me for this opportunity. The group, I did not know much about the group, but then I knew about Mason Minnie once I started considering this job and what he's done in the past, and the guys that we could have potentially gotten in the portal, which we did. It's really exciting because it's an exciting group to be able to coach because they can make plays and they can do everything that a tight end that you're asking of a tight end, I'm sure.
I know the season's still really far away, but how do you see guys like Mason Minnie, Dorian Thompson, Rico, and the young guys working together, sharing snaps? How do you see this group kind of being at its best on the field during the season?
These guys are going to have to lean on each other. There's going to be a lot of reps taken during fall camp and a lot of reps in the season. It's not going to be one guy doing everything. It's going to be a committee because, as we know, as the season goes on, things like injuries happen, and so we have to be able to rely on 2, 3, 4 guys for us to be a successful offense.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Good.
Thank you guys.